sun-drenched afternoon in early autumn, when the air smelled of ripe apples and the leaves rustled with the whispers of migrating birds, old Farmer Briggs was busy tending to his fields. He was a man of the earth, weathered yet sturdy, with hands that told stories of many seasons spent planting, harvesting, and nurturing the land he loved. His loyal dog, Max, a lively golden retriever with a heart as big as his appetite, was never far from his side. The two shared an unbreakable bond, forged through years of companionship and countless adventures on the farm. However, on this particular day, an uneasy feeling tugged at the edge of old Briggs' thoughts as he noticed Max standing unusually still at the cliff's edge. Head cocked to one side, ears perked as if he had detected something out of the ordinary. Curiosity piqued. Old Briggs wiped the sweat from his brow and ambled towards his dog, who was now fixated on the ground below. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than a haphazardly placed bundle of sticks. But as he approached, old Briggs' heart dropped. There, dangling precariously over the edge, was a frayed piece of rope. The significance of this discovery hit him like a bolt of lightning. Just 3 weeks prior, a local child had gone missing after wandering too close to the cliffs during a family picnic. The entire community had sprung into action, searching day and night, but despite their efforts, hope had been dwindling. "Max, what have you found?" he murmured, his voice a mix of confusion and mounting dread. The dog barked, a short, urgent sound that sent a shiver down old Briggs' spine. As the farmer neared the edge, he crouched down, heart racing. Peering over, he saw the rope trailing down into the thick underbrush that hugged the base of the cliff, a dangerous drop adorned with jagged rocks and tangled roots. Memories of the frantic search filled his mind, and with each passing second, he could feel the weight of responsibility growing heavier on his shoulders. "Stay, boy," he commanded sharply, but Max obdurately refused to move, caught firmly in his newfound purpose. Just as old Briggs was about to call for help, he remembered the durable harness they used for livestock. A surge of determination swept through him. If there was even a chance that the rope could lead to the child, he had to follow through. He grabbed the sturdy harness from his farmhouse, securing it around his waist and fastening the other end to a sturdy tree trunk. With a deep breath, he began his descent down the cliff, the rope creaking softly as it held his weight. The vines snagged onto his clothes as he made his way down, but the thought of the child spurred him on. Max remained above, barking encouragement as old Briggs carefully navigated the treacherous terrain, inching closer to the ground where the rope seemed to lead. Just when he thought he might have to turn back, he spotted a faint glimmer of color in the distance, a small red cap entangled in the brambles. His heart soared at the sight, despite his mounting exhaustion. Could it be? He quickened his pace, pushing through the prickly brush until he was almost there. It took several more agonizing moments of untangling plants and branches before old Briggs finally reached the cap, and his breath hitched in disbelief. Closer to the cap, nestled securely amongst the foliage, lay a small, motionless figure. It was the child. Time froze as old Briggs knelt down, carefully lifting the child into his arms. A soft whimper escaped the small mouth, but the child remained unconscious, miraculously unharmed. The rope was tied around a nearby tree, having formed a makeshift boundary that might have prevented a tumble into the deeper canyon beyond. "Hold on, little one," he whispered, his heart bursting with both fear and a fierce will to protect. He cradled the child tightly, whispering reassurances as he made his way back up the cliff, the rope now a lifeline not just for him, but one he hoped would save the child's life. The climb felt endless, but Max waited above, tail wagging and ready to leap down to help once old Briggs surfaced. When old Briggs finally reached the top, he laid the child on the green grass, gently patting their cheeks to wake them up. Just then, a commotion broke out in the distance as anxious parents and friends, hearing the frantic barks from Max, came rushing towards them. Their faces were a mix of disbelief, fear, and joy as they recognized the missing child, finally found against all odds. The father dropped to his knees, embracing the child as they began to stir, blinking sleepily against the light. Amidst the jumble of surprised exclamations and heartfelt thanks, old Farmer Briggs felt the warmth of the sun wash over him again, mingling with the joy in his heart. Max barked jubilantly, joining the celebration of relief and gratitude that filled the air. Old Briggs might have been just a farmer, an old man with calloused hands, but his heart was brimming with resolve and love for his community. especially for that child who now lay safe and sound. In that moment, he realized once more the incredible bond between man and beast, and how a simple day in the fields had transformed into a tale of heroism, woven together by the unspoken language of loyalty and courage.